Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt back again here today at the only place that we always can be, and that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today we have our new figure pickups video. I think this is episode 19. It might be episode 20. It might be episode 19. It might be episode 18. I don't know. It's one of them. We're in there. We're in there somewhere. Episode 19. That's what we'll call it. We'll see if we're right after we're done recording this video. But new figure pickups, episode 19. Don't quote me on that part, but episode 19, I believe that is where we're at today. And we do have some really cool pickups for you today. It's going to be a good video. It's a short video, but a good one at that. And we are going to start it right off, quick as always. And we're actually going to start off with something that's not a figure, but it is very figure related. So we had to put it into the video. It's going to be the starting piece, our starting conversation. Without further ado, we have none other than Fig Heels Wrestling Encyclopedia, Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia at that. And this is the newest one that just has recently come out. I think it came out sometime in maybe July. I could be completely wrong on that. So again, don't quote me. But I think this was sometime around July, maybe pre-summer it did come out. And we do have the modern era now. I also do have his original one, or it might be his first edition, second edition, but it is the one that has just about everything in it. I mean, it does cover just about every figure you could possibly think of. I don't know if there's any missing. There might be a few. I mean, it is very hard to try to track down every single wrestling figure that was ever made, but if anybody can do it, it is the guy Fig Heel, and you can check him out right on YouTube as always. He's got his channel there. He's probably got socials other places, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever they're calling it these days, X, I don't know. The kids are on X. It's terrible, but that's what they're doing, right? So, we got the Fig Heel Encyclopedia today, and just to give you guys a quick look into it, kind of just pop it open at a random page here, and we're at Mattel Basics in here, so to give you guys an idea there, try to get the light on that perfect. It gives you series by series, it gives you pictures, which is definitely an upgrade from the last one. The last one did have a few pictures in it, but nothing to this extent. They are more checklist-style box, you know, almost like, what do you want to call it? The, what were they there? The CAD class we used to have back in high school with the, you know, all these boxes you'd be filling in and stuff. I don't know what the hell they call these charts. But flip forward a little bit more. Now we're into Mattel Elites, I believe, in here. So just to give you an idea, you know, there's another page. And as you can see, you come through here, you've got all of your figures that are in the set. It shows you the Build-A-Figure Michael Cole, because this is a Build-A-Figure set here, so that's kind of cool to even kind of get onto this one, just to give you guys an idea of just how in-depth or, you know, how good this book really is and how good this checklist really is. So you get your 4 figures shown here, as well as this Build-A-Figure Ricardo Rodriguez. Shows you everything right here, and then you can put it down whether you have it mint in box, of course, MIB. You might have it loose. You might have the value on it, which I know is consistently changing. So I don't know if putting a value in there might be good unless you want to go back and update. And as we move forward, you know, just newer ones here, top picks, elites. But a cool book at that, guys. And like I said, you know, this is now the second time I've bought this. The first one was great to have just to really go through things as I was getting back into the collection, back into collecting. So it was really nice to have something in front of me. Because sometimes when you're searching online, there's just so much. There's so much, and it's hard to go back and forth between pages and look at a million different things. So it's nice when you really have a hard copy in front of you. I've always been that way, even, you know, to this day with all the sales that I've made, you know, the buying that I do. Any items that I get, if they're going to be up for sale, they're all written down in one book with a breakdown of pricing and all this and that. I have another book that's strictly for sales, you know, with the date that the item was sold for, you know, what was paid for, what it was sold for. And I've always been a hard copy style guy. I like that. I like to have something that I can reference check that's not always digital. So for anybody else who feels that way, or for anybody who's just looking to have an awesome figure checklist that's very up to date and especially modern, this is from 2010 till now. So you can't go wrong. Got to get that Fig Heel Encyclopedia. And like I said, if you haven't already, check him out on YouTube. He has an amazing collection. If any of you guys followed my old channel way back in 2009, 2010, for the ones that thought that my collection was crazy at that time, you have not seen anything yet until you've checked out the Fig Heel channel. And be sure to do so. So we'll put that up there out of the way. And also, too, just really quick, if you guys haven't as well, check out Dean Joseph TV. Check out My Damn Toys. Check out Kyle Peterson. And also, as well, check out my man Zay the Slime there. He's just getting out there, finally starting his wrestling career, officially wrestling. And I could not be more happy for the guy. He is amazing to talk to, amazing to work with, a great, great personality on him. Great career ahead of him, I can see, with all that tied into one. And you know what? It's a good guy there. Just, you know, it's hard to find people with just good intentions, good hearts, good souls. And my man Zay there is definitely on that list. Go check him out, and you can find him at Family Time Wrestling or at the FTW Podcast. He's got everything. He's got YouTube. He's got Facebook. He's got Instagram. Make sure you go and check him out as well. And now we're going to get into the only AEW figure that's in this list today, in this pickup today. And that is the Eddie Kingston Walmart exclusive AEW Unrivaled figure. And I was very excited to get this, very happy to get this. It's kind of a love-hate with me on figures like this, because when they do come out, I'm like, oh man, I really want to get these accessories. I want to get the stuff that's with them. Very similar to the figure that already came out. I know the head scans and stuff are a little different. You know, we got a little bit of new, you know, add-ons to it. But my Eddie Kingston AEW, I believe it's Series 9. I could be wrong, maybe Series 10. He is up for sale. Check him out on the MERCARI, MWC 2008 on MERCARI. Again, that's MWC 2008. You can get me on MERCARI and check out all my items on there. New items daily, new items weekly, I should say. And always looking to buy collections and buy items. So if you have anything, be sure to get to me on Facebook, and we can, you know, always figure something out from there. But this Eddie Kingston, I do like a lot. I'm happy with the attire. I'm happy with the extra, you know, cloth goods. The shirt and everything is awesome. I really do like that. Glad that he's got the hat on, the chains, you know, still everything there. So very nice. The only thing that I do not like about this figure, the only thing, is that we didn't get another set of hands with him. Now, of course, for me, that's not a big deal. You know, such a love-hate relationship with opening figures. You know, as you guys know, I do sometimes, I don't others. I keep saying I'm going to make this fig fed. I've been trying, but I keep going back to putting them back in the box. And eventually we will get there. Eventually we will get there, guys. I promise. I promise you that. But with this Eddie Kingston, all I can say, Walmart exclusive, great figure. I really do like it. Some people are a little iffy on the AEW figures. Some people are iffy on the Walmart exclusives. I've seen areas where these are peg warming, and then there's other areas where they are clearly selling. As when I purchased this one, I think there was only one other one on the shelf at the time. So again, you know, it's tough. Depends on where you're at. But Eddie Kingston, definitely glad to have him in the collection, and glad that this is, in my opinion, the upgraded version from the one that we already received. So very happy to add this to the collection. Eddie Kingston Unrivaled. Next up, we got an older Elite, but I was happy to grab this one. You know, box condition was a little rough, but we had to say yes because the price was just too good. As Kyle Peterson would say, you got to get a deal, and I definitely did with this. We've got none other than Bo Dallas coming out of none other than, I think it was Elite 31? Elite 36. Elite 36, Bo Dallas. A very plain Jane figure. I mean, you know, his attire wasn't anything crazy. Of course, you know, he comes with his t-shirt, which is cool. Very happy to get him in an Elite figure. As just, I do like to collect the Elites over the basics if I have the choice. But this is a cool figure. Really happy to grab it. You know, like I said, the box is a little banged up, but just happy that it does have a package, and that's, you know, all I care about at times. So with something like this, it didn't really matter to me. Just happy that it is in the box, and, you know, it's the only Bo Dallas Elite that we have, and I'm sure it might be the only Bo Dallas Elite that we do get, as recent news has said that I guess the Uncle Howdy plans have been pulled from WWE. How true that is, I don't know. These dirt sheets run wild, but I'm pretty sure we won't see much of the Uncle Howdy character moving forward, and I don't think we're going to really be seeing Bo Dallas unless there is a way for it all to make sense and to make money, of course. That's, you know, their number one goal at the end of the day. But maybe we will see him someday. Maybe he will be back. But until then, we've got Bo Dallas coming out of Elite 36 and going into the Match Wrestling Collectibles collection. Up next, Ruthless Aggression Elites. Been so hard to find them. Been so hard to try to find these figures. I do not understand why it is this way. We get waves of figures that peg warm, as I said, with, you know, Eddie Kingston being peg warming in places, selling out in others. Was extremely excited to find this. It was the only one there, so I had to grab it. And that is none other than the Hollywood Rock, the concert Rock, movie star Rock, you know, that 2002, 2003, I believe, era, somewhere right around there for The Rock. And was extremely happy to, pick this up, add it to the collection. He does come with all the goods in there. He's got his guitar, he's got his glasses, he's got his vest. We've got extra hands, the whole shebang. And very happy to get this figure into the collection. Like I said, to try to continue to add these Ruthless Aggression figures. It's been a struggle. It has been very, very hard. And I am definitely searching for that Miz and that MVP, without a doubt. I regret like crazy that at one time I had the Elite 1 MVP, I had the Elite 3 Miz, I had the Elite 9 or 11 MVP, as well as the Elite 9 Miz, whatever it was. I know they were in that general area of elites, but just so crazy to think, all these years later, like I said, sold the collection. We're building it back, though, day by day, and you guys are here for the ride, along for the ride, and I appreciate that as always. But without further ado, we're going to put the Rock up onto the pile that is heading back into the collection. So that is the Rock in the Ruthless Aggression Elite line, and he is going into the Matt's Wrestling Collectibles line now. So up next, we have the Amazon exclusive Goldberg Ultimate Edition. Some people have been, again, on a love-hate with this figure, and for myself, it's very, very tough. For someone like myself, I would say that this figure is hitting a lot of the checkpoints, maybe missing a few. But one of the biggest things that people have been saying is the legs, the bottom half of this body. They're saying it's not big enough, it's not right, it's inaccurate, it's just not making Goldberg look the way he once did. I do have to say, in looking at the figure, I do think it looks pretty good. Yeah, could the legs maybe be a bit bigger? Sure. I think it would add to it just a smidge. Maybe those Brock Lesnar legs or something like that. I don't know if they're a little bit thicker. I know that they don't have the exact same look. So maybe that would be a good way to add to this figure and maybe make it just that one step better, one step closer to almost being perfect, right? But we got a couple of things here to talk about. The head scans that he comes with. Of course, we've got his regular, everyday, mean mug look. We've got him screaming and yelling as he does when he would come out and come through the pyro and get into the ring and start smacking his head around. And then the coolest part about it is the head sculpt that we do get that comes with him breathing out the smoke from after he would come through the pyro. And everybody remembers Goldberg standing in those pyro flames and, being hit with all those sparks. And we just thought it was the coolest thing as kids, at least I did. And he would come out and blow all that smoke out of his mouth, and everybody would just think it's the coolest thing. That fire-breathing dragon getting ready to come to the ring, ready to slay all competition in front of him. And with that head sculpt, it's just cool. It's different, and I'm really glad that Mattel chose to include that with this. Maybe we'll see it again down the road with other little things. Obviously, we got the Boogeyman that did come with the worms. So maybe something along those lines will continue to happen. Maybe we'll get some more stuff like that, as time goes on. I was even thinking possibly a $1 Million Man with a like a money piece, like when he used to stuff the money in people's mouth. That would be just cool, maybe something different. So they could continue with these the molds for the mouth and maybe do some other things with it. From there, he's got his normal attire. Goldberg always coming out in the black trunks. Believe that his logo and design would be on the back of them, I would assume. And with him, we've got the double title status that he once held of being the WCW United States Champion as well as the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. So very cool to get those belts with him. And the last time that we got that U.S. title, I believe, was with Goldberg and the Bret Hart Elite 2-pack, which I don't think was a ringside exclusive, but it was some type of exclusive. But a great figure and a great pack as well with those, as well as those. See, now I'm getting all tongue-tied over here, guys. Too much to talk about, but with this figure and with this Goldberg, I really do think this is a great Ultimate Edition. I enjoy it. I like it. It definitely encapsulates Goldberg as a whole, and I think it couldn't be any more of an iconic moment. Goldberg from WCW in his prime, double champion, double champ status, and doing what everybody wishes to do someday, right? Hold that gold and even hold double gold. That is just something we don't see enough of today. Of course, with Roman Reigns doing what he's done and now coming back to this one title to represent two. I do understand where they're going with it. I do like it, but always cool to see those two belts. I wish they really would have kept that double champ status and continued to move forward with that. It would have definitely been something to look forward to, especially when the new champion is eventually crowned. Whoever that may be, LA Knight, I unfortunately don't think is going to be the case. And sadly, I feel as though they should not be giving him that title shot at Crown Jewel. I think it's going to hurt LA Knight in a little bit as well. you know, it is good to have these pushes and to have these stars work together. But I just think LA Knight, when he goes for that gold, when he goes for that championship, he should really be in there getting that title, not taking a loss. And I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me as a fan. But that's neither here nor there at this moment. We will see what happens come Crown Jewel November 4th. And moving forward, we will see what happens with the legacy of Roman Reigns and those two titles. But guys, I appreciate you being with me for yet another video. Like I said, I believe this is episode 19. You'll find out after this video wraps up. But from me to you, and I appreciate, again, you know, all you guys watching and continuing to support the channel. If you haven't already, get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You'll get all my videos, all my updates. And as well, hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed it. It helps me out tremendously. It boosts me up into the YouTube algorithm and into the YouTube news feed. So as always, you know, I appreciate that from you guys. And until the next figure pickups video, I'm Matt. This is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles. And as always, you'll find us here. And we'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned.